One local nonprofit says there's a growing thirst for knowledge when it comes to learning about wine in minority communities.
Olivia Vidal introduces us to Turning Tables NOLA and how it hopes to create a more diverse hospitality industry.
When it comes to wine, it's about the swirl.
Bringing people into the wine world that may have never been interested in wine is something that's very exciting.
The smell. Dark cherries, dark fruit. The taste.
I was, someone that was just drinking my Riesling, my Chateau Ste. Michelle, and minding my business. And then, of course, I was like, I wanted to know more about it. Like, why do I like this wine?
And the color.
I've never felt more accepted in this industry until this moment.
For this group of hospitality workers, visibility matters.
This wine is older than probably anyone in here. It's 1981.
A new wave of service workers find an interest in wine education and other bartending skills. Turning Tables NOLA is a nonprofit that provides that education and hands-on experience for minorities.
Then I get a lot of peach.
It's empowered me to really create my own avenue, knowing that I don't have to be the sommelier at a Michelin star restaurant in order to say that I'm successful.
Turning Tables NOLA provided Brittany Taylor the opportunity to grow as a wine professional, becoming a wine curator for restaurants, even starting her own pop-up wine tasting event, Vino and Vinyl.
It is in order to bridge the gap, educate and provide accessibility to Black and brown people in the community and exposing them to different wine styles and varieties, and actually curating an experience that's less intimidating and affordable.
Brittany says her journey to becoming a wine professional hasn't been easy.
And I was met with so many shut doors and no opportunities. In wine history, wine has been very intimidating, even from an average consumer. People think that you have to be in a certain tax bracket. There's sometimes classism or elitism that kind of goes with that. So it can be intimidating, and I want to lead with that. And I only lead with that because it was intimidating for me.
When I first experienced my interest in wine, it felt very exclusionary. As the wine is bottled,
Roxy Eve Narvaez is a wine educator for Turning Tables.
the world has often told people like me or other people of color that you're not meant for that space. And I think that with changing the visibility of the person that is that storyteller of wine, I think it makes it more approachable.
Like a fine wine gets better with age, Turning Tables hopes the wine industry also transforms into a more equitable trade.
New Orleans is a mostly Black city. Yet in management, I believe the numbers don't reflect the demographic of the city.
Teray Folks, executive director of Turning Tables, saw the need for change and founded the nonprofit in 2019. Since then, he's seen a spike in the number of service industry professionals wanting to learn more about fine wines.
In the wine world, in the spirits world, a lot of the adjectives, a lot of the descriptors that they use when they're describing are not verbs or words within our lexicon, like in our everyday experience. And part of taste is things that are part of your everyday experience, your history and connection to smell and taste and things of that nature.
A perspective that makes for more interesting conversations, more interesting wine, and more interesting experiences.
We're not trying to make wine pretentious. We want people to feel like they're drinking wine at in their living room. But I always tell people, because I am a Texas girl, that I speak Texas French. So I'm gonna butcher this French word of this wine, but you get the gist and you know what I'm saying. And this wine is great, and I can tell you a story about it, and I love that about myself, but if you're asking me to speak French, it's not gonna happen.
From Bordeaux to Burgundy, Turning Tables NOLA hopes to create a more diverse blend of people in the local wine industry. Olivia Vidal, Fox 8 Local First.
And you can help Turning Tables NOLA continue to help mentor Black and brown service industry professionals by donating to its mission. We have a link on how to do that on our website, fox8live.com. 7:43 now. A 4% rule has often been a guideline for safely